Okay, shalom. Okay, shalom, shalom. Okay, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Wakakadash. All right, double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, our elders of GMS. Salutation, peace, and blessings to the hopeful elect brethren that's continuing to do this work until the end. Israelite foreigners and Akwath that's humbling themselves to learn this truth. All right, here we go with another quick hit on the treacherous acts of this damn devil, the Edomites. These so-called white man, these red devils. Um, read a little bit of this. This can't be the picture of her though. Benjamin J. Harris whips and burns enslaved teenage girl to death. Um, Benjamin J. Harris, successful, another one of those successful businessmen. Benjamin J. Harris was a wealthy tobacconist in Richmond, Virginia, and he was known for his cruel treatment of enslaved people. Another Edomite. These is always works. These videos I make of works of Edomites, man. You know, these is the same people then, and they're the same people now. You know, these people haven't changed at all. I mean, if you open your eyes and you look at the world, and you know, then you'll see that. You know, but clearly most people's eyes aren't open in the first place. You know, eyes aren't going to open until that till this damn devil put a burning hot iron up the crack of their wicked asses. You know. So here we go, and he was known for his cruel treatment of enslaved people, according to William Poe, a former slaveholder in Virginia whose grueling testimony of horrendous acts against enslaved people was captured in the book American Slavery as it says American Slavery as It Is. Testimony of the Thousand Witnesses. One of the most disturbing stories involves an enslaved girl who was only 15 years old and a man who was forced to go to extreme lengths to please Harris. Unfortunately, the treatment of the teenage girl was not unusual for enslaved people of the time. Harris whipped the girl while his wife was burning her body with a hot smoothing iron. Hot smoothing iron. Where was I? I lost my place here. Okay, severe burns covered the girl's body, and those already incredibly painful whippings became even more unbearable as the burns resulted in raw, scorched flesh. Harris kept whipping the severely burnt girl until she died. Okay, you got the nerve to have these simple-minded niggas that would do anything for this goddamn devil, man. Isaiah 47:5, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. I was wroth with my people, the Israelites, people of Negro and Indian descent. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hand. And it was the power of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua that gave this mighty nation into the hands of this pale, weak, wicked ass nation, the Edomites. All right, it's always been in the power of Yahweh, always will be in His power, you know, and it's in His power to remove us out of this man's hands. All right, so thou didst show them no mercy. That's an example. In these videos I put up as examples of no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. Is that not a heavy burden? Is that not a heavy laid example of heavy laid yoke? You know, burning and whipping at the same time, man. And thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thine heart, you know, while they still and committing these vile acts on the face of the earth, and especially these vile acts against the children of Israel. They're not thinking of judgment. They're not thinking there's going to be a day that they're going to have to answer for it. They're not thinking like that. They don't think spiritual. They're only thinking carnally. You know, that's why you hear them repeating that bullshit, saying speaking on their military. Can't nobody. They got the foolish. They got the It's only pride that can make them make a statement that not even God can defeat their military. That's a prideful people, man. You know, it says this, neither does remember the latter end of it. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwelleth carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow. That's a joke, because according to biblical prophecies, you're going to feel there's going to be widows, there's going to be widowers amongst your nation, you know, and you're going into hardcore slavery, you know. Neither shall I know the loss of children. What are they going to say when all this starts popping off? And what are they going to say? What are they going to say then? The diplomacy, they're going to look at diplomacy. You see where diplomacy gets you. Look at examples like the UN. I mean, what's the fucking point of the UN? Excuse my language. What's the point of the UN? What's the point of the United Nations when, there's no policing going on? What's the point of I can't remember the name of it. These organizations, Esau got set up as if he's a lawful man. When all this murdering and bombs is being dropped and law enforcement blasting Israelites away all around, all on the four corners of the face of this earth, man. He shall never sit. He shall never know the loss of children. Okay. But these things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in the perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. We don't, if you look at it, they never imagined the world seeing this. They never imagined the world seeing this. And then coming back, it's all coming back to haunt this damn devil. Shalom.